Hey.
Yeah, I pushed the button.
We're live.
But just after you said psilocybin, so it's okay. Nobody knows you said that.
The record skipped. What happened?
Yeah, no, never mind.
Study show.
Hey, yo, by the
You're
way.
a fun guy.
So check it. You know what our most viewed videos are on a consistent basis?
What?
The Green Room.
Oh, yeah? Well.
Not a joke.
Anything specific?
Okay, so a few have been, I think the bigger hits have been on Atlantis, UFO technologies, us talking about like the ground circuits, like the weirder stuff that talks, time travel, and so because those all kind of seem to
interesting.
No, weirder, dude, because we on that fringe shit where it's like, yo, science says it's good, but you all ain't listening yet.
Okay, so speaking about Atlantis. So I watched this video today about, I don't know, it came on after a video that you had sent me, and it was about like probably 5 videos after it was whatever, because I was painting. So it was about whales, and then they were talking about how they found
really big dicks.
Wow.
No, we discussed that last week.
Ness monster.
But paleontologists and archaeologists have been finding whale bones in the Sahara Desert. They were trying to figure out, like, why would the Sahara Desert have whale bones? So they found out that, like, prehistorically, they possibly and could have, most definitely, since they found some skeletons with hip and knee bones, that they think that they could have been, like, mammals, like 4-legged mammals at first that just, like, adapted into, like, sea creatures, like, that their fins were like Darwinism, pretty much, I guess you would think. But anyway, so then in the same video, they were talking about the Sahara and how they think that that's where Atlantis is buried because it dated back to some historical things with the weather and everything. And that's like around the time when the whales disappeared. So it was underwater and it just, so they think it's in the Sahara Desert and they have some like science that they think.
Science. Well, because I think the current models are really going off of the Plato accounts because that seemed to be as far as we're aware,
and it matches with that.
Well, it does to a degree because there's a few contradicting components to it that kind of like, because you're trying to take placement and whatever else, and you're talking like these shelves that were underwater that no longer are like, so it's it's in that general relative sense of that area. So, I mean, I think that's more likely than the idea of being at Antarctica. However, there has been a lot of... I was thinking
like Bermuda Triangle or something, and it just... that's
like,
why there's always been that weird power surge, like missing...
That's a good point.
I mean...
well, if you look at like a sky view down over the Sahara, it spirals like a tsunami. Like the clouds spiral over it like a tsunami.
Dude, tsunami is.
So they're saying it has some type of energy, and that's how Atlantis got sucked down.
Yeah, cyclone, not tsunami.
Yeah.
A tsunami's a giant wave.
Are we fact checking our fact check? What the hell is
that's
this
messed
shit?
up.
What is the
tsunami? Goes in a circular motion.
A cyclone.
Tsunami goes into circular motion.
A tsunami and a hurricane are the same thing. It just depends on what side of the equator you're on versus whether it goes clockwise or counterclockwise. Okay, typhoon. Sorry.
Yeah, tsunami. Unagi. No, tsunami is, that's
a wave made by
the rain and everything.
Tectonic.
No, I think it's just a wave of unsurmountable, so it's just created many ways.
It's usually started by some kind of a very
massive Earth incident. Yeah, like you were saying, shift in tectonic plates, earthquakes.
Like some of those that have occurred have been like
massive storms,
like a 100 megaton bomb going off almost underneath the ocean.
El Nino, I think El Nino caused one or something that took like an extra year as it came around to India or some shit. They said it. I don't know, but yeah.
But a cyclone or it's
but that's cyclone
you
shape
say?
is
Typhoon,
over the
correct.
Sahara Desert.
Yeah, very commonly. Well, and that's
The Sahara.
And that's how they think
'cause
Atlantis
Sahara
got
actually
sucked
means
down.
desert.
well, so they've been studying a lot of that, and some of the stuff that's been like, all right, so the Amazon is being fed by the Sahara Desert,
Yes.
which is funny because as the jet stream goes, it's coming from like, the Americas to Africa, yet somehow African dust is making it back down over to South America, and it's not going around the planet to do it. There's these like airwaves, these current paths, like jet streams of almost like waterways, but of air that it's cycloning itself back into, and African desert dust is feeding the Amazon. Mm-hmm. Isn't that like that's crazy? That's weird. That's crazy.
Crazy.
And they saw. That's crazy. But yeah, no,
like
that's
dust pollination, like dirt pollination.
Well, but so this is what I was getting at is like, think about this, man. If the Amazon's been getting fed by the freaking African dust in this sense for so long, when do you get to a point like where we have in our forest where just the stuff falls, turns into loam and refeeds the, there's all these other animals and stuff like there's got to be like poop and shit, like for real.
Poop and shit.
Poop and shit.
Go to shit poop.
This is a lot. This is a lot of poop. It's called shit. There you go.
So
That's what, like, why can't it be feeding itself already? Like, why is it still got to be coming from there? Like,
let's let Jody know what's going on. He has just poured one of my
don't say it. Don't say it.
the
We're
word
not allowed to
knowledge.
say that word.
the mead beer.
Does it begin with a brat and then with a got?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh God.
Oh god!
Braga?
A lot. It smells champagne.
How does it? Okay.
It's got like a bubble to it.
Like
Well, yeah, like a
Tropical.
saison. Well, it's got like the saison kind of a tone to it, just in the way it effervescence, like it's got a bubbly nature
Yeah.
to it. That's how you can get the aromatic nature. Is it itself wants to?
I really charged this one up. Yeah, I like.
it charged. It was used your credit card.
I really did.
Is it a turbo?
So that's the flat one that you'd tasted before. It's got bubbles and it's got a dry hop, 4-day dry hop of a hop called Azaka.
Does it taste like beer or does it taste like the mead?
No, it's
kinda
honestly
hard.
it's got more of a saison kind of a vibe on it now. I'll be honest, like it tastes very, like I said, it's got like that champagniness to it. So
But there's more pounds of honey in that than there is pounds of grain. So
what
it's
are we
actually-
talking about? Pounds, pieces,
Pound.
baby, pieces.
Pounds, baby, pounds.
Nah, no, I flipped it. I did the
Yeah.
inverse.
No, I see what
I
you-
flipped the script.
I see what you had done.
Where are you getting your honey?
That's a very personal question, lady.
I just bought the honey from the store I work at because I get a discount, so it's cheaper than I could buy honey anywhere else. But I mean, I could.
Well, I was wondering if there's like any bee associations or honeybee farms here you can get like a mass quantity for that.
I could source local honey, but it's extremely expensive because a lot of the small honey producers around here, it's a lot of work. They charge a decent amount for their,
You're a lot of work and charge a decent amount.
especially when you're trying
Yeah,
to
you
keep
are.
stuff. A lot of those guys are trying to keep stuff organic and
I heard that about you.
all natural.
I heard that
And
about you
raw.
too.
Because that's what I'd want. That's what I'd want to use is raw.
Yeah,
raw
baby,
honey.
I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw.
See, when you pasteurize honey, you take a lot of
Shimmy,
it.
shimmy, Yo, you ever seen the Muppets?
I just can't even focus.
Have you ever seen the fucking Muppets version of that shit?
Focus.
Focus. Yeah, she said focus. Yeah, that shit too. Focus. Oh, God. Yeah, but no, shimmy, y'all. They do with the fucking the Muppets, the fucking Mr. Goldtooth, the organist.
Huh?
Right, we were talking about him the one time. Yeah, dude, there's a freaking shimmy y'all version of that. Like, not a joke, bro.
Okay.
Oh my god, dude, it's hilarious.
A shimmy y'all version.
Well, yeah, no, because all right, so what they do is they take like a bunch of cuts of the Muppets with Mr. Goldtooth, and then like because all it is shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. And they're just, but he's got like the piano and shit too, because it's.
It's Mr. Goldtooth. That's his name.
Well, isn't that, we're Dr. Goldtooth? Dr. Goldtooth.
Talking about the
Muppet jazz piano, like the organ from the band. Where Animal's the drummer and shit.
He's kind of patterned, like almost like George Clinton.
I think.
Wait.
That. Yeah, Dr. Goldtooth or something. What's his name?
Dr. Teeth.
Dr. Pete?
Teeth.
Dr. Teeth.
Oh, Dr. Teeth.
Okay.
Well, I thought he was Doctor because he's got like one gold tooth, but he's got
he's
all
like
teeth.
a big old smile, you know.
Yeah, I get that. Would you? Yeah, that guy. Yeah, Dr. Teeth.
Oh yeah, that's him.
Yeah, but he's got like one gold tooth, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
He's funky.
He's got like a fedora with a feather and a
he's funky, man.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, no, so they do the Muppets and they use those and like, so there's a couple scenes where Animal pops in because he's doing like the drum, like the break beat and shit, and it was fucking dope. Yeah, we'll have to do that on break or something. Watch that.
I know, I love watching those. Like,
if you're listening right now, dude, check it. Like, pause us. Literally look up.
You're talking about like where the rap song is playing in the background, and then it's Muppets.
As if this was the Muppets actually did the music video for the song because they're the ones that wrote it.
It's really funny when you see Bert and Ernie rapping, and you know that.
No, it's the Muppets. They ain't no Bert and Ernie. This ain't.
No, I mean I've seen all those. There's a whole series.
This shit's ain't cool. That's only they're like narcs, man. Like get over there, narc. Are you a knock? Yeah, they a knock.
You think Bert and Ernie are narcs?
Totally, dude. Look at the way they dress. Come on, man.
Bert, maybe.
Well, I mean, you know, it's like so he's like the cover husband. You know what I mean?
You know, it was like the Odd Couple, right? I mean, the two of them.
One was neat, the other one was neater. No, that's the German version.
It's like super messy.
Yeah, right.
Left a mess everywhere he went. You know?
Yeah, wasn't Ernie was the mess or something, but wasn't he also the fatter one? Like, what is that saying? Come on, body shaming.
He was like the Jack Black to the. Like he was the recluse, you know. Like he didn't plan nothing. He just kind of lived life by the seat of his pants. You know, I really admire Ernie. He had fun with it, you know. Him and his rubber ducky.
That's fucked up.
Don't read too much into that. Seriously,
that's fucked up, bro.
What?
Why would you even say some shit like that?
Burr was just stuffed shirt, man.
Yeah, what were we even talking about before we even got here? You know what I'm saying?
You know, his stripes were vertical.
Phenomenon.
No. See, there it is. Yeah, just lean into it. Lean into it. Well, I mean, you're drinking an 8.6 double hazy.
I am.
Yeah, orange slice and tropical Skittles.
It is good, man.
Yeah, it is, dude. That's dope.
I don't think I had one of these before.
I like the Mothership Connection because it's 7.7 and it's more orange slice Hawaiian punch. So it's like a lot softer. Like it's sweeter without actually being sugary. You get more of like cherry guava.
The first sip of this was quite a hoppy mouthful, like quite a bite.
Almost.
But then it kind of mellows out when you get used to it.
Well, and it's the bitterness.
It was almost like a dank.
Well, yeah, because the bitterness pops out as that tangy tropical vibe. That's why when we say tropical Skittles, dude, like literally, if you were to take a handful of tropical Skittles, like from the bag, just like crack the bag, pour it in your hand.
No, I get that. It's like it's kind of in the background. It's
but
like the juice.
If you were to make that conglomerate taste of all the different Skittle tropical flavors, that juice is in that can. It's ridiculous. And dude, there's no lactose, there's no extracts. Like this, dude, it's just like.
He didn't actually use candy, did he?
Nah, that's why I was like,
dude,
I read the tasting notes. I was like, you can go fuck yourself with that shit.
Well, I mean, there are some sours and stuff that actually will use like candy or cereal or all kinds of weird things to get their flavor.
I mean, I don't brew. They tell me stuff and then I write it down.
Yeah,
so in my brain, like in my brain notepad, I write it down. I don't like write it down. But I mean, it's written down other places
in your mind palace.
So as like I read those notes, then it like.
Do you have a mind palace or is it like a shack?
No, it's more like a shit ton of filing cabinets.
Or is it like an igloo where all the stuff is underneath, but you have to you go in this secret door and.
No, it's like Matrix style where there's just like rows and rows and rows of filing cabinets. It's like the IRS like basement where all the records are kept. It's like really boring and like it's like almost like a prison basement. It's just very lackluster. But yeah, it's very organized though. I find shit pretty quick usually. I mean, I didn't say it was correct. I just, I find it though.
Do you think my strength has anything to do with my muscles here?
Is that air? You think they're bringing like, what? Dude, I tell you, man, I'll be honest, like for real. First time I saw The Matrix, it was me and a bunch of our friends or whatever. It was like 6 or 7 of us that went, and we were baked out of our minds, right? Because, I mean, of course, that's what we always did. We're freaking like 19 or 20 at the time. Like, we're young as shit. Who gives a crap? And we were just like retarded after like smoking like blunts and like we were just powwowing, right? And we go and see the fucking Matrix.
I can't even imagine doing a hallucinogen and watching that movie.
It would probably have distorted it into a more honest truth, probably. I don't know. But dude, all I remember is all of us coming out and like literally just like looking at each other doing that typical like, oh, what'd you think of the movie? Like, oh yeah, no, that was great. Literally every one of us in the back of our minds are just like, what the fuck?
I'd be running out the theater. I'd be running out the theater looking for a phone booth.
Dude, it was fucking, dude, I tell you, man. Honestly, it
Get me out of here.
It reminded me the first time I did peyote because it was like such a mind fuck that like I was able to get into it that it was just like, holy shit. But what if that actually is true? There was an honest acceptance of it. It was crazy, dude. Yeah, it was a mind fuck.
Well, and then you keep going down that rabbit hole.
Oh, I have ever since. Oh, for real.
And it's just like even getting out isn't really getting out. Like, there's a whole
so that's
other
like
fake reality behind that. Like you have to break through so many just to finally actually be free.
I think that's why I've really just been, while I want to have as much transcendence as I'm allotted in this life, whether I make my own life or if it's like, this is just how it happens kind of shit. But like, I very much just focus on the idea of having as much knowledge of understanding of things as they go forward or backwards, basically trying to utilize the definition of time and space and ask within what it is I'm looking for to remove it by talking about it in a sense. You know what I mean? It's like use the word to lose the word. So it's like I'm almost trying to like reverse psychology the universe into like just letting me have knowledge. And it's, dude, because I want to be able to see that kind of shit. Like, yeah, for real. I want to know.
Reverse psychology, like, nah, I'm cool. I'm all right.
I mean, if you were into that, I mean,
I think all the information's there.
Like,
it's just whether we're open to being able to.
We talk about the Akashic records and yeah. So that's why I always say it doesn't matter what you believe in as long as that's the thing you believe will get you to what you're looking for. And that's why I'm like, so I almost want to like passively aggressively get the universe to hook a brother up in a sense. You know what I mean? Well, it's like, because you can't not talk about it, right? You can't not think about the negatives, but it's also what's the old adage, be careful what you wish for. So it's all about how you word it. Mm-hmm. So it's not that I'm trying to like remove things. It's more of the sense that I'm trying to have this additional understanding, because I'm and it's not for like financial gain or like power gain. It's not for like a superficial component. It's the fact of, if I really understood exactly what the system was that we're working within and why, like if it is just what it is, all right, cool, great, thanks, now I know this, like we're all good. But if it is this alternate or this or that, like I don't really give a shit. I just want to know what the rules are so I can fucking do my shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm really just asking for understanding knowledge-wise so that I know what the construct really is. Like, I just want to know the rules. Can I get that? All right, cool.
Yep. Makes sense.
Because I mean, otherwise it's just like a shit ton of trial and error. You don't know what's going to work. You don't know how things are going to like, so you're taking a lot of fucking notes. You're thinking about a lot of shit. It's monotonous and like, it takes a lot of time up, bro. I'm tired of thinking. I just want to fucking.
Or you come to it through meditation or some sort of connection. Honestly,
it's been through like a lot of stuff, like the Reiki sessions,
doing that
meditation.
stuff is only going to help. And also we were just talking about the hypnotist session.
I want to say
hypnotherapy that can, help break some of these cycles that you've been going through so that you can see things more clearly.
Right. So like, I'm always talking about just stay focused on. Dude, nobody knows you said that. Now you just said it. But no, like I always say is if you maintain the focus of the mountain, like the object that you're going after, and just being aware if that's what you want, then as you go through these different paths and journeys, you know, it is what it's going to be, and it doesn't really matter what it is. So I'm trying to be as, you know, open as possible while staying focused on that transcendence of like knowledge or understanding of what it is I'm working with. So it's, I think my biggest component into what is really starting to work for me is the fact that I'm just like, not only just open, but very relaxed about that openness. And it's just like, I mean, what's the fucking Jim Carrey movie where he has to say yes to everything, basically. Yes, man, or whatever. It's almost like that.
Yeah.
Because there's so many times where my habits will catch me and I'm just like, no, fuck that. That's dumb. I'm not going to, and it's just like, whoa.
I was always
like,
partial to Liar, Liar. I thought that was
yeah. That's the one that,
like you cannot lie.
Yeah.
And not only that, but you have to tell the full truth.
Oh, you do like,
and that was the funniest part. Like he got pulled over.
Where were you?
He's like,
kicking my own ass.
He gets pulled over and he's like, is that it? And he's like, no. Click, and he opens. All these tickets come rolling out of his glove box.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, that's like you were saying, the whole. So, I was actually just having this conversation with my OG the other day. And I've said to you guys a couple times, dude, I want to do 5-MeO. Like I want to go to that. I know from what everyone's saying is you go to this other dimension or something.
What is this?
5-MeO is the toad venom, whether it's synthesized or not. But,
oh wow, okay.
Well, because it's the most. So this is going on. What's his name?
It's not the same toad that the Aboriginals used to use as poison darts, is it?
Morris Hamilton, I think is his name.
He's not going to answer that question.
You might want to check this out. No, it is not. So the toad venom specifically for the 5-MeO comes from the toad that's in the oh fuck. It's a desert. The
MEO inhibitor, is that what?
Well,
is that just a name for it?
The 5-MeO DMT. Yeah. No, it's the because I think his
this
name
is secreted from the
one
gland.
question
Okay.
is I'm trying to Jesus, calm down. My God, like a fucking cat, get out of my shit.
I'm curious, man. You guys,
I'm working on it, bro.
Sorry,
we're getting there.
Speak.
God. So. You'll have to double stop laughing at
used to me by now.
You guys fucking screaming. Who gives a shit? This is why this is the real show, bro. Because nobody fucking cares in here. Dude, think about it. This is literally unrestricted. This is why this is the real show. Because this is like the cleanest, purest, uncut, no fucking rules, anythings, no soapboxing, of course. But still, anyways. Morris Hamilton. I want to say his name is Morris Hamilton. He does Vice and a bunch of other stuff. He's like psychedelic drug aficionado, science fucking nerd, and he's dope as shit. Like, he's done tons of stuff, like literally done it, but also done stuff about like he's dope as shit. Like if you at home and have not like heard of this cat yet, which we're gonna give me a double check on.
The thing to be understood while we're talking about this too is it's not a party drug.
No. So here's the deal.
It's not for having fun.
So DMT is dimethyltryptamine, right? Mm-hmm. So that in and of itself is a component that is of us, which they seem to be showing more and more studies are having, conclusive data that we make it ourselves typically as we're in REM cycle, like seems to be the most congruent idea so far that we've come up with. So we ourselves make this DMT by itself. However, there are additional molecules, which is how you get into because like DMT technically like what do you want like MDMA is technically a version of DMT.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Right. And I mean, so there's all these different, and because I mean, this is, and again, I think his name's Morris Hamilton. If you can check this,
it's Hamilton Morris.
Hamilton Morris. There you go. I fucking
had it too. Yeah.
I'm dyslexic. I switch things and shits. But yeah, so so Hamilton Morris. So when he's talking about these things, it's like he's like, hey, it's just nitrogen and carbon and oxygen. So there's just these basic four main molecule or atom molecule structures, and so how you get side chains and everything else.
I've seen his videos too.
Yeah, he's done a couple of like Joe Rogan's. He's got a shit ton of Vice stuff because he has a.
That's where I saw him on Joe Rogan.
Well, but he's also done, I think, 2 different series on Vice, maybe 3. I think it's 2. But yeah, he from a young age was very nerdy in the sense of like, I want to look into this shit. Like his passion has always been, let me understand this stuff. So he's been doing massive research, going to school, he's in it, dude. And it's not even just DMT, but all of these different, things that would be known as psychedelics and or psychotropic psychotropic. You know what I mean? So, because like technically cannabis is psychotropic, it's hallucinogenic of an, blah, blah, blah. Anyways. But so in his studies, doing he's done and all the other things, the 5-MeO, which he's actually been able to synthesize, he believes to be the cleanest or purest or most like what's the word I'm looking for? Like potent in a sense. Like seems to be the most reactive. So whether that is the most consistent structure of that molecule that makes it the easiest for our body to uptake or whatever, like, so it seems to be the most out of all of the different styles of what DMT would be. 5-MeO is like the most boom, you're there, like rocket shit where it's just your instant plug-in Matrix style where all of a sudden you're like, ah! And you're just into the, hey, look at this training model, oh, this is great, what's up, I'm gonna take this and have that, and you can just build your construct. So you literally plug into that other universe, and I mean, you're there. So,
whereas most people would have to meditate for days upon days to.
Well, so same thing with like ayahuasca, because all right. So again, he's done like he made pharmaosca. Oh God, I don't know how to pronounce it. Pharmaosca or pharmaosca. Like he made ayahuasca, but he made it from like chemical, correct, like chemical compounds. So he just took different structures and Walter White his own fucking ayahuasca, which he even said he like miscalculated its relative level of potency, and it wound up being like way fucking stronger than it. And so he's just like, shit was melting. It was a bad thing. I wasn't prepared for it. He's like, it was no. It was, but I did learn. He's a dope guy. Like you should really check him out. Yep, you.
I'm just
trying to take it all in.
Are you? Yeah,
but yeah. So
remember that thing back in the day where this whole war on drugs, they say stuff like, if you've had like, I don't know what the number of hits of acid that you were considered
7
clinically insane.
I think it was like something 7. It was some ridiculously low number.
And I don't know, like, was that just? I mean.
Oh, it's totally bullshit.
Maybe
propaganda.
See, I don't know the definition of insane. I mean, if you're insane, doesn't that mean you're within sanity? I don't know. Maybe you see things like they really are instead of
I was going through some shit today, and what's Michio Kaku, the astrophysicist or whatever. He did this thing about where like SpaceX is doing some shit or whatever right now, and like literally fucking they like landed for something or other and fucking Fort Kennedy and some shit. All right, so anyways, and there's this dude that chimes in, was just like, bro, get out of space and start talking more about Earth. Like we got to fix our problems here, man. And the doctor comes back and he's like, Earth is in space.
The Earth is already in space.
It's like mic drop and walk away. Like, sorry about that. Okay.
The Bible I embrace. A difficult task I had to take. Well,
basic instructions before leaving Earth.
That's right.
Bible.
That's right.
Wu-Tang.
Basic instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Wu-Tang is forever, motherfucker.
Life is a quest, many test the universe. And through my research. All right.
Sorry.
You know how we roll.
I'm just saying, man, I like me some Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang. Ooh,
but that's a good point. The Earth is already in space.
Yeah, no shit. So we're
flying around like a, we're spinning and flying.
They spin. They spin.
We're like a set of 22s. We're spinning.
No, they 23s.
We're flying around.
No, they some spree whales. Yeah, what are them dub deuces? Nah, they spree whales.
Deuce.
Nah, dude, spree whales were 23 inches and rotating. They were the rims that didn't move or kept like spinning. Yeah, they were the spinners.
Like the true spinners.
Well, because like when you would stop, they would just
not the ones you could get at Pep Boys where you just pop.
Yeah, those weak ass chrome shit. But no, these were the ones. So like as you're like driving down the road and stuff, like
a chrome decal.
If they were weighted right, they wouldn't even spin. Like they would. Your rims are just floating. As you're doing like 60.
Oh yeah, it's creepy.
Just, what the fuck is wrong with that car?
It's just kind of hovering.
I don't. Is that the Back to the Future car? Oh my god, what's going on? Yeah, it's weird.
It's when they stop that you see it. Yeah, that's what I love. They would just sit there and just hang, like just not moving.
Yeah, not all of them. If they were properly weighted, like it was inadvertent, I think, and then they started figuring out how to do it. Yeah, the original spree wells.
I think the really fancy, the really fancy ones. Like,
the spree wells, the originals, they were meant to just be spinners as well, dude. Them things came with a title. Yo, they were the first rims.
Is it like a Cabbage Patch doll where you have to like an adoption form?
They were the first rims that you could go to a bank and get a legit like loan on. Like you can get a lien, like as you were doing like a lien on your house kind of a thing. Like it has a title. So they're like, oh, well, if you default on the loan, we just take these rims. Like it's the same as like a car loan. They were the first rims that you can get like a legit loan on.
Yo, I'm from the Philly area, so I know those are on a station wagon somewhere. Like I'm just saying.
Yo, there was definitely
with a busted back window. Like,
there was a
trash bag like
there was probably like a 1996 Chevy Caprice wagon.
Right.
Box Chevy style, sitting on 20s with spinners.
Wait. No.
Nah, dude, you could probably hear it from like 2 blocks away, like just like rattling shit. He's probably got like 6, freaking subs in the trunk. Hell yeah. Dude.
Yeah, 5,000 watts.
Dynamite
no dynamite at all. None.
Oh, what? Fuck that. You don't need that shit. Nah, you just like stuff a jacket or two into the side panelings and put the panels back on.
Yeah, just bungee that shit.
Yeah, dude, bungee cords are great for holding down sub boxes. I mean, we all know that shit.
Bungeeing your trunk open when you're cruising.
Oh, hell, dude, I did. Well, I needed to because I needed the airflow because my amp was like so over freaking wired. Like I paralleled it down so hard.
No, but it had the added benefit of it.
It made it even loud.
You wouldn't get the rattle though.
No, I got like,
you'd lose the rattle because you had it. You'd lose some of the rattle because
not my car. Not my car. No, dude. Dude, that was the one where you could put the quarter on the roof and it would vibrate. That was like, dude, that was the first like big massive setup that I had because that was just the 212s, 1 amp, and I had all interior speakers.
The true test was when you put the quarter on a trunk and you got one of those. There was like like we used to get like the bass. Just the bass tapes.
Feel the bass.
But there was a certain frequency you would hit where the quarter would literally levitate and just float there for a second.
Well, because it would like hyper vibrate. Yeah, it would oscillate faster than your eyes could perceive, and
that was to test the subs. So it's actually below your ear's ability to hear it, but you can feel it, and it would just make a quarter just float.
It would have more to do with the resonant factor of your car. So whatever its frequency at which it would typically resonate at, that's like, all right, so remember when we used to go across...
What is the frequency?
Kenneth, but you remember when we used to go across the bridge at freaking Lambertville, like New Hope to Lambertville?
Your whole car would hum.
But it depended on what car and at what speed. Yeah. So whatever the resonant factor of your car is whatever frequency you're then oscillating from your subs would generate that outcome. So it didn't always have to be like subsonic where you couldn't hear it.
There would be like a resonant frequency in the vibration of the bridge and what you're playing.
Yeah, I think
that you get that.
I think my Taurus. We figured it out. Me and the dude, because he gave me a test CD with different like frequencies.
That's the same as the Whippet sound, by the way.
And I was like, dude, my Taurus was 22 hertz. That was its resonance.
22 hertz
was its resonance factor. So that's like, so when we would go across the Lambertville Bridge, that's where you would get that.
What the hell?
It was 22 hertz. Well, because
it was this weird feeling because it was almost like you were going deaf because it was like,
oh yeah,
But it wasn't painful. I'm just saying, like, you couldn't hear anything else. It literally, it X'd out any other sound.
I know, is that what, like, dogs deal with when they have, like, the high-pitched shit or something? They're just like, oh, that's weird.
Except on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, right. Like, that'd be funny. But yeah, no, so... Yeah, so depending on what the resonant factor of your car was, which you could change by dynamitting or padding or taking stuff off, or you know what I mean, like
be bass.
Feel the bass, drop. You're just like, oh,
do it again.
My liver is vibrating. Oh God,
my kidneys, man.
Oh my God, dude! I just remember my one dude was trying to explain how hard the bass was hitting in the back of my friend. He was just like, my eyeballs vibrated. It's like everything shook. It was awesome. I was like, all right, cool. Good deal. That's a lot of bass. Jesus.
I feel the fluid in my bladder vibrating. It's really kind of uncomfortable.
Dude. I mean, when my Astro van.
You found just the right frequency.
Well, see, so I took the same sound system that I had in my Taurus and I put it in my Astro van. And because that thing was basically just like a resonant chamber.
Not like was it a bandpass?
No. I had sealed because I had two 12-inch Orion XTRs, sealed box,
Name dropper.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. 1.2 cubic inch per, straight sealed, because those sealed they would hit down into like 30, 40, 50 and maintain it. Like they wouldn't kill like the ones of today, but like they could hit it.
Wait, so the speakers were Orion?
Oh yeah, they were. The XTRs. They were their cheaper end.
And what was the amp?
Cobalt 430. Yeah, it was a 4-channel 30-watt RMS amplifier.
Nobody that we knew could actually afford a full matching set of Orion. It was just way too much.
Well, no, all right. So I bought the subs. I bought the Sur and Vega like interiors because that's what I had. Like was 6x9s and 5 1/4. So I had the dope ass Sur and Vegas from back in the day. And my mom bought me the amp for Christmas, so I like slapped the whole. So it was mostly Orion, and then like Pioneer head unit. Like I've always been a Pioneer dude.
And I was like, I don't know. I did the same thing. What was it like? I think I finally got my hands on MTX, and I was still rocking Kraco for a minute.
Well, no, because bro, if you remember, think about this.
Kraco, to anybody that knows, we used to call Crapco.
Yeah. Well, no, if you remember, man, when I first had my Taurus, I had the Optimus.
Optimus.
Yeah, but it was the Phantoms. Was the Optimus Phantoms, the 8-inch subs that I put in the back seat? Dude, we used to like roll around rocking fucking Beastie Boys on cassette and shit still. Cause yeah, I had the Kraco tape deck with the detachable face. That was the first head unit. Yeah, that wasn't until
around town depressing your parents.
Well,
is your name Michael Diamond?
Nah, mine's Clarence. But because it was our dude that introduced us from like that shit to like MTX. And then we went from MTX. My other dude introduced me to Orion. And
was that Mr. Big you're talking about?
Yeah. But then I had an alternate cat, which has got me into Orion on top of it. So with him dude, it was just like, because that's when I started getting like the competition shit. Like, dude, so I used to have the
just talking about Mr. Big, because he was I remember somebody running up to his car one day and complimenting him. They're like, I've never seen I've seen plenty of people with systems, but I've never seen anybody with a classic car with a system. And that was him, because he was rolling in a 66 Dodge Dart with thumping bass.
Dude, no, I feel like in the Dart he only had the he
didn't have his
no, it wasn't Orion yet. It was MTX.
He had the 2 kicker boxes in the back where like if you were in the back seat, you had to put your feet on them.
His original setup, I think, is he had like 2 12-inch boxes or something, and then he went to the single double 12 ported MTX, and then he just kept upgrading the MTXs, and he went off from there. but that's right about so Orion was just starting to become popular and starting to come out at that point. So when he started working for the freaking like the one.
Yeah, he was working for a local Bryn Mawr stereo company. Yeah,
because that's back when Bryn Mawr Audio still existed, which they do. It's no longer now, but Yeah, and that's when he was like, you guys didn't know about Orion, bro. I'm telling
That's what
you.
was funny, because I think I went in there one day with him shopping, and I think it was either when he was at the end of when he was working there or right after he had quit, but like he still kind of knew everybody.
I think I had gone
And he'd
there.
go shopping there, and like he wouldn't pay book for anything because he's looking at. He's like, no, he's like, I'll get this, this, and this, but you got to sell me this at like 30% off. And like, he's wheeling and dealing. He's like, no, we're not doing that.
Well, yeah, dude, he was sponsored for a hot second.
It's an open box, man. I'm not paying full price.
Yeah, remember his Daytona, his hatchback.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Well, then you remember the car's name? Under Pressure. Right? Like, dude, we're talking like cheesy coming off the 90s, first of its kind, SPL monster kind of a thing, on the East Coast. Because West Coast wise, they'd already been building big banging systems. They were already at let's shove as many hydraulics and fucking 15-inch subs in it. It was that silver shitbox Daytona that he had, the hatchback.
Oh God, no! You know what
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got it just to put the sounds. He's like, no, it's all the space and it sounds right.
You remember the old Plymouth Horizons?
Yeah.
You remember his Plymouth Horizon at all?
Yeah.
Because I remember we used to. He would come pick us up. He was the one friend that drove.
Or maybe that's what it was, not Daytona. Maybe I think he.
No, I think he did have a Daytona at one point.
Because that was the one he put. Because it wasn't the Horizon. Yeah, because that was just his shit box.
Yeah, and I think it might have been converted house speakers that he first had in that, because that was
I think
that was his first car. But I remember being with him in the Plymouth Horizon, and
you didn't even have him in the back seat, picked a seat belted in or some shit.
He picked us up to go to Village Mall. If anybody lives in the area, Village Mall. Well, they had like a $2 movie theater there. But I remember that shit. Right next to it,
after it was they'd already been out for years.
Right next to it was the only arcade in the area where you could play Mortal Kombat.
Quarter popcorn and shit too. Like all their concessions were dirt fucking cheap.
The popcorn was still like $4.25 for a large. I mean, at the time it was like the running price, but the popcorn was normal price, but the tickets were $2.
Oh wait, no! I'm thinking of the other spot. You're down by Jamison. But I was thinking Quakertown. My bad.
That was Yeah, exactly. That was
Scoozy.
That was the only place that we knew of in the area that had Mortal Kombat, the original, for a quarter. Just
Mortal Kombat.
One quarter. Everywhere else it was like, sorry. So I
just had a flashback.
We'd go there just to play Mortal Kombat, and we were going out one day, and I just remember being in the. And if you remember,
you mean watch him play with a quarter and decimate everyone? Yeah.
Well, he let me take his seconds.
You do. Here, finish off my light work.
He'd let me take his seconds. I remember we used to have to show up. I'd show up at the billiard hall back in the day, and I'd have to wait for him to clear off whatever little kid was standing on a stool, kicking everyone's butt.
I know, bro. Give me the machine. Be like, I'll be right back.
He can't even see the screen, and he's whooping your ass.
Yeah, and then our homie step in. You just be like, "Oh, it's your turn, bro."
He just puts up a quarter, and next thing you know, it's
Oh, you can.
20 minutes later, it's like it's my machine now.
You're just like, and loser. Fatality.
No, he used to do this thing with Scorpion that would piss me off so bad.
Oh, he would just keep whooping your ass?
Well, he would get
he got you into that pattern.
He would get you in the loop that it didn't matter.
You'd spit the acid, throw the spear.
There was no way to block your way out of it. There was no way to block out of it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because you'd never actually recover. Like your character would get thrown.
He just had you
in the middle of flying. You get speared. So it was he
had you in a continuous perfect loop where he was just like push, boom, boom, boom,
get over here.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, it's just 3 or 4 later, you're just like finish him. Oh, great! Thanks for letting me play.
He would take you down to 3% in one move, one continuous loop.
Yeah,
you're like, could you at least let me think I'm playing? Just for a second.
Well, no, because he was not allowed to. He had to be the weakest player possible at that point, which I think was one of the chicks because they were the slowest in their moves, because it was so there were so many button pushings or whatever.
He would get on the game and he would tell this little kid that was monopolizing. It could be I mean, seriously, like I remember a couple of times where there was somebody literally standing on a stool so that they could play.
Oh yeah, I remember that 8-year-old. And he's little shit. He was an arrogant little fuck. You wait your turn.
And he would
fuck you, Charlie.
He would come up and he would,
I don't know if that was his name. I just,
he would
sounds
pull
like
some stuff like that. And like 10 minutes later, the machine was his.
Listen here, Dennis. Ass going down.
He'd get on and he'd be like, right after he puts his quarters in and he's on the selection screen, he's like, all right, you pick my character. You have whoever you want, but you pick my character for me.
I know he's like, I'll give you a fighting chance.
I will whoop your ass with any one of them.
It's like Ghostbusters. Choose the coming of the.
That's what killed me too, because it's like not only would he play any character, but he knew all the fatalities for him.
Oh yeah, no, he was
because there was a fatality, a babality, friendship. There was like 3 or 4 of each, I think, and he knew all of them. Oh, so you got me drinking my own stuff now.
That's right. Put it in your mouth. Motherfucking mouth.
So what do you think? Would you pay money for that?
Bro, this is dope. I fucking love this. This is like a really dope, like chill little saison. Like it really does have a nice like.
It's like drinkable though, right? I mean, that's what I was going for. Is like crisp.
I don't like beer. I would drink this.
You don't like beer.
No, I don't. Well, dude. All right. So you see me. You see me drinking Round Guys. That's pretty much it. If you ask me about pretty much anything else, I'm like, I mean, it's not bad.
It's okay.
Not good either, but it's not bad.
You would buy this. I mean, you would drink it.
I would partake in you giving it to me over and over again. I would gladly ask you to bring me additional supplies of this. But like, bro, when you drop in some more of that braggot to it, like,
it's very fruity.
You're fruity.
It's like a tropical.
You're tropical.
What happened?
She looks asleep to me.
What's going on over there?
I think she totally fell asleep on us.
Did you fall asleep? Man, we are boring.
No.
Okay.
dude, I think we woke her up.
Chilling.
No, I was looking down and it keeps freezing on me. So every time I look up, it looks like my eyes are closed.
Yeah, because for real, on our side, it looked like you straight knocked out. You're just like...
I get kind of like a...
No.
I don't know if it's just me, but I get kind of like a honeydew.
You're a honeydew.
Some kind of melon flavor in there.
You're a melon flavor.
I am.
That's in there.
It puts the melon in the beer.
Does this when it's told.
Oh, you help me move my couch? Oh, it's really heavy. I got a broken arm. That's him.
That guy right here.
Oh, get him. You like a margarita?
Son of a bitch did it. I don't know what it was, but he did it.
Put him away for life.
Oh, dude. Actually, so you know what one of our best episodes is? Like legit best episodes,
right,
like view-wise and like hours and everything, like literally the most listened to and like watched. Christian Side Hug in our comedy show in the green room. I'm telling you, man, green room is like, dude, green room is the show, bro. I'm telling you.
Seriously, I'm getting like a honeydew or a cantaloupe or something. Sorry. It's like a back note. It's like a very.
I would say like rind, not the actual fruit, so more of like the zest.
But there is something, yeah, because it's got that little
sweet.
It's got like a bitter bite,
because it's not sweet, so you're getting the sharpness of that flavor. So yeah, I'll agree to that.
It's interesting though, like if you remember,
rindy,
and it's going flat. So
are you rindy?
But
so rindy.
It's reminiscent of what I brought before, which was the same stuff before it got carbonated, but it's totally different, isn't it?
This is way more.
The other one was more like a wine.
Yeah, I don't want to say. Yeah, I don't want to say that this one's more smooth. I want to say that. This is overall.
This one needs to be colder.
I don't think so. I think it's great at room temp, or cellar temp, but no, I want to say this one is overall more rounded. So whereas the previous was specific and very like it had that honey / wine consistency to it. This doesn't have that, even though it has that tinge of like champagne-y. So it's almost like it bubbled over. So you can tell that it's got like the carbonation to it, but it's not. So I was overcarbed, and then you can definitely tell it still almost has like that thickness to it. Like it still almost coats, but it doesn't because it's very light.
So it was suggested to me. So I used, not that it mean that much to you, but I used.
Maybe it means everything to me.
It's what's called a Bohemian style.
You don't know me.
What's called a Bohemian style malted barley, which is actually it's floor malted.
Mama, I just killed a man. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Bohemian. Put me in the
Bohemian Rhapsody malt. So he was suggesting that I use like a Munich or something. So so it would be a little darker and with like a little bit more like toast and biscuit flavoring to it, like a more like hearty,
almost like baked.
Maybe even with some of the darker Munichs, you even get like a raisin kind of taste from it, like a currant.
I've never had that. Not that I'm disagreeing with you. I've never had that, so I don't know what that tastes like.
Well, it's subtle.
You're subtle.
Yeah. No,
and you're subtle.
I'm not subtle.
You're kind of subtle.
I mean, no.
You're like,
I don't feel that way.
You're like that guy that if you really wanted to just kind of like show up somewhere, you totally could. Nobody would know. But if you also were like trying
to tell if that's a compliment or not. But yeah,
I think so.
I've always like just kind of slip in and slip out without like Ghostface. Like
pretty much, man, dude. Like
now you see him, now you don't.
Samurai. Yeah, dude. That was a nice. I like that. Thank you. That was dope. I appreciate you for that one.
Now you see me, now you don't.
Dude, I love me some Forrest Whitaker. I'm just saying. Especially Ghostface, dude.
Ghostface
killer. He's Ghost Dog. My bad.
Ghost Dog, yeah. No, I'm talking about Ghostface. We're bringing the Wu-Tang back around.
I'm bringing Ghost Dog to it.
That's all
because I like Forrest Whitaker.
No, I mean, I got the reference there.
But still, yeah, he's in and out like the wind.
He's Ghost Dog.
It's just like, was it Big Trouble in Little China? You can't just go in and out of like with the wind, Jack. I can. He's like so serious about shit. I was like, whoa. He can go in and out like the wind?
Pork Chop Express.
What? Yeah, he was also the guy that's supposed to be able to chop the bottle.
Is that where Raiden came from? Or was that like a whole...
Dude,
I always wondered that. Like,
I feel like it was probably Chinese lore or some, you know what I mean? Like hand-me-down knowledge.
Raiden kind of is supposed to be the thunder god or like, obviously
it's
lightning.
Like the Asian version of Thor, I guess. Think about it.
Who wears a rice hat and like a...
Well, because he's the Asian version.
Pauper's clothing.
He's not going to fucking wear white man's clothes. Come on, man. Be like, oh, you're going to love this deity of our Asian culture, but he looks like a white man. No.
You can't see his eyes. Even when he looks up.
Well, dude, he's electric.
You can't see his eyes.
It's
just like black with two like glowing eyes.
Raiden. I think, dude, I can't tell if her screen keeps freezing or if she doesn't think we're funny anymore.
I'm looking up something.
Flawless victory.
Oh my God.
Hey, let's a
Ayukin. Dude, can you imagine Buffalo Bill? Ayukin. Take that Ayukin.
Raiden was the first character I learned.
I mean, no, Scorpion was because I kept seeing our dude kick everybody's ass with him. I was just like, yo, bro,
Scorpion is still one of my. It's always Scorpion and Sub-Zero were always my.
Dude, the down up and the up down, like as you would go like the left or right or right to left as you go down.
Scorpion and Sub-Zero's moves were the same, but they were reversed.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also,
I feel like,
would also reverse if you were reverse on the screen. So it's whichever direction it was facing would be that. Yeah, dude. When I figured that shit, I was just like, oh, wait, why does it not work? Oh, I see what you did there. Dick.
Just, always confusing if you were playing Shang Tsung because you just turn into another character. You're like, oh, that's right. I'm on this side of the screen.
Son of a bitch.
That doesn't work that way. I don't.
Sometimes it does.
Wait, did I get that character?
Oh, right? What the hell?
Was it Shang Tsung?
Shung Li?
Or no, who was the one the bad guy that could turn into everybody?
Shin Yu?
What? Shouldn't you what?
Shouldn't you what? No, Shang Li? Shang Li? I think that was him. The old dude with the fucking Fu Manchu shit. Yeah, L-I, not L-E-E.
This is pathetic now because she's going to have to look this up for us.
I mean, we got it right behind us. We could,
Shang Tsung.
I mean, if we had enough time, we could do it on break.
Flawless victory.
We used to do that on break.
Fatality.
We would play Mortal Kombat together. Mm-hmm. We need more of a, we need, I'm working on making this more of a green room setup where we have like arcade game kind of shit's just rocking. Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it, bro.
Maybe stuff like
doing it.
We can play real quick.
Well,
you know, like a quick session.
Yeah, like what's some like Dance
like,
Revolution,
like Mario Kart or so. What?
What's high score mean? Oh, is that bad? Did I break it? What? You
the Dance Dance Revolution.
No, we're not talking about Dance Dance Revolution. That was 23 seconds ago. It was not.
That's what I perked up for.
It was about 3 seconds ago. He's really seriously
23 seconds now.
There's a lag. Remember?
Yeah, there's 23-second lag, which means as you came in on it, it was already gone. So I'm sorry to inform you, we can't talk about it.
This is my friend Joey Bagadouche.
Do you know Joey Bag of Donuts?
No, I thought it was Vinny Bag of Donuts.
Oh, I hit my head.
Joey Bagadouche.
Oh, what'd you say about my mama?
What?
What? Focus. Oh, Jesus Lord.
I told you never to say that name.
Yo, I'm telling you.
What?
Like, all right, so here's the deal.
No, this is not. This is the green room.
Well, before I'm telling you, but this is what I'm telling you right now.
Word.
Yo, I feel like...
At this moment?
Well, I mean, currently, yeah, this is where it came to me just now, so I'm expressing this in the moment. So, yeah, but I feel like if...
Needs more cowbell.
It does now.
Sorry.
If we were to go 5 days a week with this, like it wouldn't be, I'm telling you, it would be the green room. I'm telling you, that would be us doing like our weekly show.
There would have to be regular guest spotlights if that was the case, though, because I don't think.
Well, yeah, but we're also talking about
material-wise. I think we'd get boring really quick.
Well, so here's the thing, though. This is why I'm thinking it's going to be like a 2-ish hour show. And we have like some music, yeah, maybe a guest or two, somebody pops in, like, you know, maybe if like somebody's really vibing, they actually hang out for the whole show.
We have our own band, kind of like Saturday Night Live or like, you know, like.
No.
Like the Late Late Show or.
I would.
We're not on that level at this moment.
Well, I mean,
personally, we're dreaming here, right?
I would like a DJ because I feel like with the DJ you have
that more matches are.
Well, not only that, but like you have every music style because it's like, oh, it's right here. You know, with the band, you're like, oh, do you have the sheet music? Can you get that to us? Sorry about that.
And you have to practice, maybe.
But yeah, maybe if like they do beatboxing, I feel like
nobody DJs and beatboxes. I don't. Did people do that?
I did.
Both?
I mean, I was a DJ and I beatbox. I mean, I suck at both, but I did.
I was gonna say, but you weren't good. I mean,
that's not true. That is not true. It was not that I was not good. I'm actually pretty decent at both. I never truly pursued.
Was it you or just Drew that used to do Proof Rock?
Oh no, it was both of us.
Yeah, both of you.
I used to harass him to the
coffee shop we used to hang out at.
So I did an internship with him in a sense, where it was like I had harassed him enough that he was just like, "Oh, I'll tell you what, if you want to practice and learn, I show up approximately at blah blah blah. I'll show up an hour early, but you gotta undo all of my like." I was like, what? So I had to unload the equipment, plug it all in, set it all up, give him his sound checks, like, you know what I mean? Make sure everything was functional, as well as at the end of the night, break it down and put it back. And because I was his roadie, right? I'm like his fucking lackey. He let me, as my warm-up, practice shit. And I did that for, it was like almost like 3 months.
You did like trance stuff though, didn't you?
So he was more trancey with like, cause he would get into
like drum and bass,
but not even like, so it was like, Aw Tecker. So that true industrial kind of a sound where it's like the fucking scene in Grandma's Boy where he goes into the thing. It's just like all these weird, like massive noises, just like straight fucking noise. That was all Tecker. Which, I mean, honestly, Autechre is a very musically they are pretty well written. It's actually pretty solid. It's like structure wise, but anyways,
It's not techno.
Selectro. But yeah, he would. So it was like 3-ish months, 4 months maybe, of me setting his equipment up and breaking it down every fucking Wednesday. So this is like 4 times a month minimum. For 3-ish 4 months, and then finally he was just like, you know what, you can warm up for me. And so then he would, instead of doing a 4-hour set, would let me rock for like hour and a half, and then he would just take over. Mm-hmm. And then I think I want to say it was probably like a year-ish in.
Go get yourself a scone, kid. It's on me.
Kind of, right? Yeah, but I think it was about a year-ish in of me doing that with him that all of a sudden it was just like, all right, so you take the first 2 hours, I'll take the next 2 hours. And then next week, you take the first 2 hours. And I was just like, oh, okay. And yeah, we started to, like, he had respect for what I was doing. And this is when I started doing.
He's like, I'm getting paid either way. Now I get to take a break.
No, we did this shit for free. We didn't get paid for this. Yeah, no, we got like food and drinks and, typical artist kind of a shit, but it's a coffee house, so you're not getting like.
And we'd be hanging out there anyway.
Yeah, so. We're just not now spending the money that we earned from working from that motherfucker.
Well, he worked there too.
We both did.
Yeah.
That's how I wound up working there. Because I was just hanging out so fucking much and doing shit that it was just like, hey,
you like find yourself behind the counter. You're like, yeah, I'll get you coffee, whatever. Here,
kind of, in a sense. And then I was just eventually I turned to the owner. I was just like, can I work here? She's like, that would be great. I could use you. And honestly, you know what you're doing.
I seriously don't know how they made the money, because half the time I'd go there, I'd just order coffee and just keep getting refills.
I mean, when I was working, yeah, I got you.
I used to love the veggie bagel, man. I don't even know.
No, dude, our
place is so gone now.
No,
it's been gone for years.
Dude, Rob's Chocolate Haze, still my favorite drink from that place. As well as, to this day, I still do everything bagel toasted with cream cheese, re-toasted with mozzarella cheese on top. Like, those are still 2 of my most favorite fucking things to eat and drink.
I forget what was on the veggie. It was tomato, onion, sprouts, cucumbers. There was like a whole bunch of, and then I think it was cream cheese as well.
Oh yeah. It was cream cheese sandwich.
Man,
cream cheese sandwich. Yeah,
it was a banging sandwich.
Yeah, it was sprouts, tomato, lettuce, cucumber. If you wanted,
onion or something else, you get.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we had some stuff.
I seem to recall onion, but maybe that's just the way I got it. I can't remember.
Might have been.
It's been wow.
Because I don't. Yeah, I remember doing it. It was tomato. It was lettuce, tomato, sprouts, cucumber. Was like the standard.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had onion because we started doing. I mean, yeah. I don't know.
It's funny. I've never actually tried to recreate that at home.
I mean, no. I do the everything with cream cheese and mozzarella. Like, I've done that a few times. Dude, those are just they're. Yeah.
No, but I mean doing the actual
and dude, Rob's Chocolate Haze. What the fuck, dude? That thing was a gnarly drink, and all it was freaking half and half with like.
Wait, wasn't that the name of one of the dudes that used to hang out there all the time?
Yeah, it was Rob's drink.
That's
why it was called Rob's Chocolate Haze.
The dude was there on his laptop
because it was like
every day.
It was a shot of chocolate, and it was a shot of hazelnut in a thing of half and half with ice.
That's all it was.
No coffee, no espresso, none of that. It was just fucking half and half with chocolate and hazelnut.
With flavoring, yeah.
That's it, dude. 2 different syrups. Dude, that shit was banging. Drink the shit out of it. Yeah, dude, by the time I left,
That's like a Nutella.
They made a drink that I was always drinking, which we called Phil's Harmonic instead of like the Philharmonic. Yeah, it was like, I don't know, an odd little twist, but like, yeah, it was Kenya coffee with chai and a little bit of like Rob's Chocolate Haze. So it was like that shot of half and half with like hazelnut. Oh, dude, the thing was
that'd be like a mocha.
Almost
like a mocha.
But I mean, you're not talking espresso or anything else. It was just a weird like mix.
No, mocha was. Mocha is coffee, cocoa, cream, and usually lots of sugar.
Something like that.
Anyhow.
Fuck. Dude, I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. This is
not that
the
we
real
can,
show.
Not that we can run over, but it seems like we have.
This is the real show, bro. As I say, Miss JD, if we were to go to FM and do this as like a standard 5-day a week, like real job, like I feel like this is the show, not I'm telling you.
I would love to do that. Can we do that? Can I make money doing that? Can I not have to worry about making a living and do this?
I mean, bro, you can always not worry about making a living. That's up to you.
Wow, I got to do something.
Dude, I think she froze.
Okay.
Yeah, we're over time, which is probably why, so we got to go.
Yeah, we got to take a break, maybe get a grub.
Oh, I'll make something. We got food in the house.
Word.
Always. You know how I am. Dude, Chef Philly D, man. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I'm Philly D, but I'm also Chef Philly D. Yeah, I know how to cook. We good.
So we're going to rock some food.
Yeah, you brought the beer. I'll make the food.
Take a little break.
That's how, do a little dance, make a little love.
Well, no, I didn't bring beer tonight.
You brought a braggot.
I only
Quit bragging about your braggot.
I only brought the braggot.
You're such a braggot.
You know, and once I start getting a handle on some of these things, and I start,
you brought a handle of this, bro. We gotta go.
No, once I start getting better at and fine tuning these things, I'm gonna actually have names for them. But
I'll have a name for you.
As of now, it's just braggot number one.
Yeah, you were braggot number one.
I am.
All right, let's bounce. Let's do this. Hey, be good to yourself. Be good to everyone else.
Much love.
Yeah, peace.
Peace.
Peace.